Hi, my name is Monique and my channel is called Touch Monique. And today I'm going to tell you the stories of what we have been doing in New York. And while I'm doing that, I am using the makeup that I bought in New York. At Sephora and at Ulta. I think, is there something in here? No, it's also, oh no, also from Ulta. But before I start, it's a beautiful day here in the Netherlands and my window is open. It's always open in the bedroom. So you hear the neighbor kids playing outside and you probably hear airplanes on the background. That's because when the wind is coming from the east, I live very close to the airport. It's well, 25 half hour 30 minutes drive to our airport, to Schiphol. And my village is in the approach of for the airplanes, in the approach for Schiphol. So that means then when the wind is coming from the east, they are flying over the place that I live. So, and usually above our house. So that's been said. So if you hear any noise on the background, that's it. But let's start with the products that I have bought in New York and tell you a little story. Story time. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, a makeup look. So I hope I have everything and I don't have to stop recording. Still a little bit suffering from hay fever, so it's always gets me on the throat, so you probably hear me yeah, I have a frog in the throat then, so you'll hear me scrape it some now and then. But I have my cup of tea here and maybe you should also do that. Get a snack, get a drink. I think this is going to be a long video because I have a lot to tell, I think. Okay, first of all, let me get you in a little bit closer. Oh, ooh, that's close. Oh, that, yeah. Is that okay with you? Okay. And I will start with, I already applied SPF on my face and can't find the word. It will come. Well, my face is all ready now. Irritating. It's so irritating when I can't find the word, when I have brain fog. Well, the first thing we are using, of course, is foundation. Yeah, and it's from House Labs by Lady Gaga. The bottle is beautiful. Look at how... and I like the design. It's a frosted glass. The lid is, you see that? It's the details that makes it beautiful. So let's see if the color is right. First of all, let's shake. And it's a pump. Oh, that is great. And let's hope the color is right. I'm using this strange now. Oh, those words, it's early in the morning, so I am not quite awake now. Blending sponge, yeah. I'm using the sponge and I also have a brush. So shall we do it one side with the brush and one side with the sponge? Maybe that is an idea. Do I have my mirror here? I thought I had my mirror. And where did I put it? Well, that's a good start. I forgot my mirror. Just 1 second. I had it, it was right behind me. But I didn't look behind me, I just look aside of me because everything is lying here. So, my little mirror. I haven't used that in a while. I haven't been doing a eyeshadow project. Maybe I will start that again. But then I will start that on Instagram, I think. Okay, first of all, well, we had packed our bags. There's the foundation. We had packed our bags And yes, we went to the airport. And like I said, that's not a very long, it's not a long drive for us. So we were there very soon, and oh, well, the color is okay. So we went to the check-in counter, and while we were there giving our luggage, you also need to show your vaccinations for COVID. And I was grabbing my phone, because on the phone I have an app, and there's the proof of my vaccinations. And as I was trying to open the app, I got scared because it didn't want to open. So we stood there, and the app didn't react. Well, I could see my daughter having a nervous breakdown. My level was from very calm to panic because no proof. I couldn't get on the plane. So that was the first thing we had to yes, conquer. Do you say that? I don't know. That was the first stress moment that we had, and we weren't even in the plane. So but with the help of lovely KLM people, we in the Netherlands we have a website that's called My Government. That's everything that's government related. When you need well, everything that's government related, you can go to that app and you can find every information. So also the information of your vaccinations. So with the help of lovely staff of KLM, we went on that app from the government, and we found my vaccinations, we found my information, and I think the color is beautiful. Okay, and so we took screenshots, and because suppose I also need it in New York, then so we took screenshots of the proof that I had my vaccinations and my boosters. So with the help of them, it turned all right, and I could deliver my luggage and I could check in. So that was the first stroll to take. Well, we went to we went to customs, and when we were through customs and we get in the big hall on Schiphol, I was still shaking, and I said to my daughter, I need a coffee to calm down, because it was nerve-wracking. I was so nervous. You are already nervous because you have to fly, and then when you have that issue on the check-in counter, well, it's not good for your nerves, I can tell you that. And I think I like this foundation. It gives medium coverage. It's very beautiful. It has a little sheen in it, but it hasn't dry all around. But maybe a little bit, just one tint, although I think it is the right color for me. What do you think? We'll zoom you out so you can see it. Oh, other way. To my neck, I think it's okay. Nice color, yeah, like that. Okay. So that was the first nerve-wracking thing we have had. Well, we were boarding, everything was fine, And a few hours later we were in New York. Well, we got through customs very quick, so that was okay. And then we had, that was something that we have arranged here in the Netherlands, our transport to the hotel. And it's called, now it doesn't matter how it's called, but we have arranged our transport to the hotel, and we went to the counter of that company. And we had to wait for a moment, a little while in the waiting room before the man was leaving, because it's a van, it's a shared ride, it's called a shared ride. So you are with several people in a little van. So we waited for 5-10 minutes, very quick was that, and he said, well, we are going. So we went with 3 or 4 other people. 3 or 4, can't remember the exact, 4, it was 4, yes. Yes, there were 2 more couples and us, so yeah. I'm using the powder by Terry, really nice powder, didn't bought that in New York, but it's really nice. But I like to set my foundation because yeah, I like to do that. Okay, so we get into that van, and the man was driving, he took off, and he went to another terminal. Terminal, that. In Dutch is it's nou ja. Even the Dutch word I can't remember. He went to another terminal. He parked his car and he stepped out and just walked away. And we were like, what is going on? So my daughter said, what's going on? I said, well, probably he has to pick up another travelers, a group of people. So he will be back soon, I hope. We were standing there for at least 20-30 minutes and no sign of the driver. So that was a little bit strange. We saw the driver walking around and looking for something, so I guessed he couldn't find the people. But then he came back and he said, I can't find other people that have to drive with me, so let's go. We have just one go to Terminal 1 for another pickup. So okay. Yeah, so we then drove to number 1. You have several terminals on JFK, not just one. It's it's big airport. Yeah. I'm doing my brows with Gimme Brow Plus Volumizing Pencil from Benefit. Didn't bought that in the States, but yeah, some things I didn't bought that. So he parked the car, he got out of the car, and we were standing there for not that long, maybe a quarter, 15 minutes. He came back and he said, I can't find the other passenger. But I had a phone call, he said, the passengers that were missing at number 7, they have checked in, so we have to go back. So he drove back to number 7. Well, to make a long story short, we were 2 hours further and we were still on JFK. Okay. Well, we were very lucky. Then he had the passengers. They came from Germany. Well, 5 women came from Germany. They get into the car. So finally we drove to Manhattan. Well, that's also a 50 minutes, 60 minutes drive. So, well, we were the lucky ones. He dropped off first, so we were very lucky. So we were in our hotel at 5:30, I think. Yeah. Well, we checked in and went to our room. We unpacked our bags and we went into the town because we wanted something to eat and that kind of things, and to look around. So that was the first day. We went to bed very early because yes, it was a long day. We went 8:30. We went to bed very early. But then it is it's 1:30 in the middle of the night here. So it was a very long day. The next morning we woke up very early. Still a little bit of jet lag maybe. It was 5:30 a.m. It was very early. And my daughter said, "Oh, I'm wide awake, I can't sleep anymore." We had a plan, and it was very convenient that we woke up very early. But because we had a plan, I'm now using the bronzer from Pat McGrath. And I said, well, we were planning on going to the Brooklyn Bridge very early in the morning, because if you're going later during the day, it is crowded with people, and we wanted to make beautiful pictures, so we wanted to get there very early. I said, well, it's very convenient that we are so early awake, let's go to the Brooklyn Bridge. So we went. I had arranged that we had cards for the subway. I bought them here in the Netherlands. They sent by mail here. I had it for 7 days for 35 euros. That's not expensive. So we oh, this is beautiful bronzer. So we went with the subway to the Brooklyn Bridge, and we were standing on the Brooklyn Bridge at 7 o'clock in the morning. It was insane. But we had the whole bridge for ourselves. There were several people jogging, 4-5 people jogging. There was another couple also on the Brooklyn Bridge, and there was a couple that was they were getting married. It was a bride and a groom, and they were taking pictures. So we had the whole bridge for ourselves. So we walked over the bridge, and it was a beautiful experience, and you could see the skyline of Manhattan with the morning sun on it, and that was so beautiful. So we did that. We walked there, but then we got hungry. Yeah, we didn't have breakfast yet, so we went into a diner nearby, and we had there the most amazing breakfast. Oh, you can eat there, so nice. They have beautiful restaurants. And we were, well, it is the Brooklyn Bridge is near 9/11 Memorial, so why shall we visit that also? Then we have everything in. We're now in the area, so let's visit that. And I like the bronzer. Do you see? Beautiful. Yeah. So we visited the 9/11 Memorial, and we also wanted to visit the museum, but that was closed on the Tuesday, so we couldn't go there. But you can visit the #1 tower, the new #1 tower. It's very high, it's a beautiful tower, and so we went in to the level that you can watch the, yes, it's called panorama, it's the Dutch word. well, we bought tickets, and to make a long story short, we were in the fastest elevator there is in New York, because in 1 minute, just exactly in 1 minute, you go from 0 to 130. That is fast. Yes, and if you think of it, yeah, you would panic, but they have a thingy for that. I'm using the House Labs. Oh, it's very shiny. The House Labs blush. What do they do? On the walls of the elevator, they project a film, a video, and then you see the development of the building, of the area. So at first you see everything is green. That was before the Dutch came there. Yeah, New York was first from us. It's called New Amsterdam. We lost it. Yes. But first it was from us. So oh, this is a very nice blush. Oh, look at that. Ah, that blush is beautiful. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Let's do a little bit more, because that is nice. Oh. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. So we went upstairs, and while the lift was going up, they projected a film on the ceiling, on the wall. First you see in New York everything is green, and then you see wooden cabins, the Dutch, yeah, and then you see the city developing. Suddenly you also see the two towers, the twin towers at the side, and then they're gone, and then you see construction work, and that is the new building, and then you see a door, an iron door, and it opens up, and then the lift is where it should be, on the 130th floor or 127. It's high. Yeah, it's high. So we came into a big hall, and there was a rope, and we had to stand behind the rope, and someone was welcoming us. So very welcome to the observation area. Yeah, that was the word. Panorama, yeah, observation area. And on this wall we will show you a little film about the build of this building. So the film was projected on that wall, and then at the end of the film the wall went up, and there you saw the view, and that was breathtaking. It was really breathtaking. It was so beautiful. Then we could go to another room, and then we were on the did we go up? Yes, we need to it went up, and then we were on the floor where the observation room was. You could walk all around. It was beautiful. Very high. We had a clear day, and the view was magnificent. It was amazing. It was clear. The sky was blue. Yeah, it was really breathtaking when you are so high. Okay. Let's start with the eyeshadow. I'm using Yoma. And yeah, that was the first day. Wow. second day, what did we do then? Oh, I can't remember. It's awful. I can't remember. Well, where are my brushes? Oh, here they are. Let's see, what shall we do? Because I want to show you the colors, of course. This is the color story that we will be working with. Nice, nice, nice. But what shall we do? First, do some swatches. Let's do that. Oh yeah. A thing we also did was walking on the high line. And the high line is a old where do I here back? It's an old train rail that is above street level, and they made a park of it, and it was hot. That day it was very hot, but it was really nice to walk there. We started at one side of the lane, and look at that, oh, how beautiful. And the walk was 2 hours maybe? Yeah, I think we walked for 2 hours. We completely walked it. Yeah, well, this is the color story. Look how beautiful. We walked for yeah, two hours at least, and then we ended in the district Greenwich. And there, in that area, there is such a different vibe going on. It's more, it has a, it feels like you're walking in a village. It's not that crowded as the mid, we were very close to, our hotel was very close to can't remember the name. Oh, very in the center. So it's very crowded there, but Greenwich was very relaxing, and even my daughter said, "Oh, Mom, I could see myself living here." And I said, "Yeah, I also have that feeling. It is very, it's so much at ease. It's so different. Yeah, it's surprising that each area has his own vibe. You don't expect that. At least I didn't expect that. But let's do the eyeshadow. So we had a really nice walk on a very warm day, and it was a very beautiful there. It's very, if you are in New York, you should do that. You should do that. It is. I recommend that very much. That walk. It is beautiful. Oh, and this eyeshadow is also very beautiful. Another thing that we have, Times Square. Yes, our hotel was in the area near Times Square, and that's a very busy area. So we were very pleased to be in that much quieter area of New York. Well, we did that, and that was a very warm day. Then we had 2 days that were very hot, 30 degrees, so it was hot. We also had rented bikes. So we went for in Central Park. I must say in Central Park, yes. We rented bikes, yes, we're Dutch. And we want a bike. And the man was renting those bikes. He said, "Do you need a helmet?" We said, "No, we're Dutch. We don't need a helmet. We know how to drive a bike." So, and he laughed. He said, "Yes, you do know." So yeah, that was also very beautiful. It's a beautiful park, and it's yeah. it's big. It's very big. We had the bikes for 2 hours, and even then we didn't see everything of the park. So it is a very big park. The color that I use for transition is Dahami. I think you pronounce it that way. It was this color here, that one. Okay, let's see a little bit what shall I do? What shall I do? I think I will choose Asante now for in the RV. So we had a nice ride on the bike. Then we also have been walking in Central Park, and we that day we went to the National Historic Museum. It's a very big museum. Do I want to visit again? No. Here in the Netherlands, in a city nearby where I live, we have also a natural historic museum, and I think that one is more, it's smaller, but yeah, I think it's prettier, beautiful. Yes, I think it's better. So we went to that museum, and then we walked, that is halfway the Central Park. And yes, we walked back to the hotel. That was a walk of 2 hours. that was long, but it was nice. It was nice weather. Took beautiful pictures while walking through Central Park, and yes, it was great. The thing we also went, of course, is the 9/11 memorial. Like I said, we were when we were there for our walk on the Brooklyn Bridge, the museum was closed, so we went back and we went into that museum. That museum is so impressive. You can't tell how impressive that is if you haven't been there. When you are going there, expect to get very emotional. The tears were in my eyes sometimes. You hear the whole story from the beginning to the end. How the hijackers got on the planes. You see fire trucks. There's a fire truck standing there, and that's completely demolished. And that was the first fire truck that was at the scene. And the last radio contact with the firemen was with the central was, well, there are a lot of casualties. They're coming down, and we're still going up. And then a few moments later, the whole building collapsed. And to see their fire truck there and to read that, yeah, that was very impressive. Above you have that all the names. Above ground you have all the names at the memorial of all the people who died there. But in the museum you have a big room, and there are all the pictures of those people. And saying it to you, it still gives me goosebumps, because every name has a face then. And it's insane. You can't imagine what all those people have gone through. it's really insane. You hear also the last calls of the people who are on the plane, on their messages on the voicemail, and it is impressive. Yes, it is. You can't say how impressive it is if you haven't been there. You have to see it. It brings. There were really people crying there. Visitors of the museum were crying there. So yeah, that was a thing. But in the museum, I lost my daughter and my son-in-law. Oh yeah, did I mention that I went with my daughter and her boyfriend to New York with the three of us? My husband didn't want to go, he doesn't like to fly, so he stayed at home. We went with the three of us. And all of a sudden I lost them. Yeah, a big museum, because we have been walking there for 4 hours. It's a big museum. There's a lot to see. And I lost them. And I stood at the entrance for 1 hour, waiting and waiting and waiting. And they were searching for me in the museum. The entrance is on ground level and the museum is underground level. So, and they were waiting downstairs for me and I was waiting upstairs. So at one moment I don't know what to do now. I have been waiting for 1 hour. Where are they? They don't have a system in the museum that you can call somebody. When you're lost, you go to can Monique, Monique, your family is looking for you. Can you go to that there and there? No, they don't have that. So I lost them. I thought, well, what to do now? Should I wait here? Not knowing where they are. And I didn't have my phone with me. Stupid. So I thought, well, let's I'll go back to the hotel, to my phone, and then I can let them know I'm alright. So I went on my own in the subway to the hotel. Yes, that's very brave of me. Let's see what color I will use. Let's say that. Shall we do that color there, Cash? I think that's nice. So yeah, I went to the hotel. I hoped that they were in the room, but the room was empty. So I grabbed my phone and I text them. I went back to the hotel. And my daughter replied, really? I said, yes. So now I have the nickname Runner. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, okay, she said, well, I'm glad that you are okay and that we know where you are. We are coming to the hotel. So yeah, that's what we have been doing there. So that was also a big adventure. Yeah, me running away. Well, they also said they're going to give me something so they can detect me with their phone. They know where I am. Yeah. So well, it's Mother's Day soon, the 14th. Yeah, the 14th of May is Mother Day, and I think I will get a device where they can so they can detect me where I am. Well, that was it was an impressive day that day. That museum is so impressive, and yes, and the fact that I ran away was also a thingy. So yeah, I'm going back in Ashanti, the color here for underneath the eye. What more? What more can I tell you? Oh yes, one evening we went to Times Square, and very busy because yeah, that's and all the lights on, and it's very busy there. It's impressive to walk there. It's you see everything. You don't know where to look because it's very vibrant, and a lot of people are doing their acts. Yeah, they want to have some money, of course. They are doing their acts, and so we went there one evening, and I was walking. I was walking, and I saw in front of me a little car. It's kind of car we here in the Netherlands we place our kids in, and we attach it to our bikes, and then we ride through the village or the town to. It's a little car behind your bike, and you can place your children in it. And I saw that car, and that was in my pathway, so I was walking towards that car, and I thought, well, and I was going slightly to the right to pass that car, and then I noticed something lying on the ground. So I thought, what is that? It was this thick, really, it was this thick, and it had a pattern on it, and I thought, it looks familiar, but what is it? So I looked again, and then I saw the rest was lying in the car. And it was a snake. Yeah, yes, right there. I was this close from a snake. Well, I was slightly going to the right to pass that car, but it became a big step. And my daughter also saw the snake at the same time, so we took a big step to the right. And she said, "Did you see that?" I said, "Yes, I did. I did." Oh, that was yeah. that was no. That was really scary. So I also saw a snake. Yeah. Let's see. How far am I? What do you think of the makeup? I think I like it. Mascara. Yeah. The mascara that I'm using is from Ilia. This was when I went shopping at the Sephora. When I signed in for the customers something, I don't know what, I could choose a birthday gift. And I got this from Ilia with a blush. And so let's try this mascara. It has a silicone wand, not my favorite. I like a regular brush, but the size is, I like the aesthetic of the wand. So I like this kind of. Let's see how it works. So yes, that was the snake. We also had, of course, one evening we went on the hop on hop off bus. You have that also there for a night ride. Well, that is so beautiful. In the evening, then they take you across Manhattan, so you can see the skyline in the night, and that is really beautiful. I have to get used to this brush, this wand, but it's not bad, I think. It grabs all my lashes, so what do you think? Not bad, huh? No. Okay. And that was a beautiful ride. The skyline, all with the lights, and yeah, it is an amazing town, New York. Yeah. What can I tell you more? I've told you about the snake. Oh yeah. we have, my daughter saw a car in New York. You have all street cars. You can buy hot dogs. You can, on every corner there is a food car. I need to say. And there is a certain food car that sells Mexican food, and she saw it on TikTok, and it's supposed to be very delicious. So we went there, and it was very delicious. But that was for the lunch. So we said, well, let's go this evening back to this food truck and order some dinner for the evening. Each night we went out to a different restaurant, but we wanted to eat in our hotel room. So let's buy some food there and then we go to the hotel. So we did that and we bought some food, but we bought too much. Yeah. All the portions are big in New York. Everything's big. In every restaurant we always left the half of the portion because it is so much that you get there. So we went, we had 3 portions, didn't touch it, it was untouched, and we had that. And my Tim, that's the friend of my daughter is called Francis and her boyfriend's called Tim. Timmy said, well, it's a shame if we have to throw that away. He said, you know what, I'm going to the park. Our hotel was right around the corner of Bryant Park. He said, I'm going to the park and see if I can see some homeless people, because there are a lot of homeless people in New York. There are so many of them. And he said, let's see if I can, let's zoom you in to see the mascara. See it? What do you think? Not bad, huh? Quick zoom out. Yeah, that's better. To see if somebody wants that. So he went to a guy, quite a young guy, and said, hey, we have food here. Do you want it? Because I've bought it, but we have bought too much. Do you want it? Well, he wanted it. Yes, he did. So yeah, we gave it away. So I hope he liked it. Yeah. Well, then we ride bike. We went to 9/11 museum. We have been doing some shopping, of course. The High Lane we went, walked in Central Park for 2 days. Once we had the bike in Central Park, we walked in Central Park from in the length, and we have walked again in Central Park from right to left, so in that way. The museum, 9/11, Brooklyn Bridge. I'm trying to remember if I told you everything. The High Line. Yeah, I think I have told almost everything. I've told you almost everything. Yeah. So yeah, then it was time to get home, to go home. And of course we need transport again to the airport. So in the hotel you can, one moment, I can't talk and do this at the same time. Well, you can ask the hotel if they can arrange the transport back to the hotel. They have a counter, there's someone arranging that. So the manager is arranging that. Manager? Is it called the manager? No, the manager is the one that, how do you call that one? One moment. I will see Google Translate. Google Translates. Let's see how it's called in English, because I don't know that. Oh, it's the same word.
Concierge.
The concierge. Okay, it's the same word. Janitor. Janitor. Yeah. Concierge. Janitor. Yeah. The janitor. He's taking care of that kind of things. So we went to the janitor, and he arranged our transportation back. Well, from the JFK to the hotel we had a shared ride, and we paid 123 euros for that. Now he arranged a private car. Yes, we had a private chauffeur. We were feeling very VIP people for only $86. So that's much cheaper, and we had a car all to ourselves. So that was also a nice experience. I'm using now the Rare Beauty lip oil. That was a thing to get this. It was we went, love it. Oh, we went to 3 Sephora's and it was sold out everywhere. And then we were in the 4th Sephora, and then we had a salesman, and he was so nice. He was a great guy. And we said, well, we are on the look for those. We can't find them. Every Sephora it's sold out. He says, yes, I know. It's a hype. He said, it's insane. But then a colleague of him said, well, I have 2 more colors. He said, oh, go to her. She has 2 colors. So this is one of the colors. So my daughter and I both bought 2 lip oils from Rare Beauty. And I must say, when you apply it, it doesn't feel like an oil. It almost feels watery. It's a strange substance. But it's fresh. It feels fresh. But when it's on your lips now it feels like an oil. And it stains. Yeah. So bear that in mind. It stains on the lips. So yeah. Okay. So, well. And now just one more story. I'm almost finished now. Just one more story. And then I have and then I think I'm ready. So this big black private car took us to JFK, and we checked in, go to the in-check counter, and we gave our passports. We were for our boarding tickets, and she said, oh, that's strange. 2 of you are on the 6:30 flight and 1 of you is on the 5:30 flight. That's not good, because there is no 5:30 flight. That's strange. Well, I can manage that. So she did something on her computer, and we were all 3 on the 6:30 flight. It's strange because we ordered our tickets all at the same time. So that was already strange. But okay, it was okay now. We were all 3 on the 6:30 flight, so we gave our suitcases. We went through customs, and suddenly we were walking at where the gates are. We were walking on the promenade, and then my daughter saw that 2 of us had seat number on row number 33 and 1 of us on 25. She said, well, that's insane. She says, I chose seats together. In advance, when you buy the tickets, you can choose where you want to sit in the plane. You can, so we wanted to sit together. So I said, well, let's go to the counter of the gate. There's a man standing there, and let's see if he can solve the problem. So we went to that counter, and it was quite busy because several people had the same problem. So finally, after 15 minutes waiting, he was helping us, and he was looking. He said, yeah, that's strange, because I will put you beside, near each other. Okay. And he says, where's your luggage? Don't you have any luggage? I said, yes, we have luggage. He says, no, you don't? Well, we have give our luggage when we for the boarding pass. We left our luggage, so it must be on board. He says, no, it's not here. But we also got tickets that we have given our luggage. So my daughter gave him the tickets. He says, oh. He says, I found it. I found your luggage. It's on the 5:30 flight. That's strange. The lady downstairs said there is no 5:30 flight. He said, oh yes, there is. He says, your luggage is on there. Shall I put you with the luggage? Shall I also put you on the 5:30 flight? There are seats available there. Well, are we there together? He says, I will work it out. So he placed us, instead of the 6:30 flight, on the 5:30 flight, where our luggage was. He said, because he said, then you are 1 hour earlier at home. So we were grateful for that. We didn't have to wait 3 hours, but 2 hours. So but everything takes time to organize that. Everything takes time. So he said, well, you're now on the 5:30 flight, and your luggage is also there, and they are boarding in 15 minutes. So we were like, wow. And we were at gate 20, and we had to go to gate 28 or 26 for the plane, the 5:30 flight. So we walked very fast to that plane, and yeah, we were 1 hour sooner home. So that was also a thingy. And I said to my daughter and to Francis and Tim, I said to them, what if we didn't notice that our seats weren't together, that we were sitting together? Then we would have waited for the 6:30 flight, not knowing that our luggage is on the 5:30 flight. And if your luggage is on a flight and you are not there, they take your luggage away off the plane. Our luggage was then left behind in New York, and we were on the 6:30 flight going to Amsterdam. Then we would have arrived in Amsterdam with no luggage, with no makeup. My clothes, that doesn't bother me, but my makeup, my new makeup, should have been standing there in New York. So we were so thankful for the fact that we noticed that we weren't sitting near to each other. So and that the man at the counter saw that our luggage wasn't on that flight. So we're so grateful for that. So yeah, then everything turned out. So we arrived in Amsterdam, and we were waiting for our luggage and suitcase. No, not ours. Another suitcase. No, not ours. And then yes, and my suitcase was the first to arrive, and the three of us said, yes, the luggage is here. So well, that was our trip to New York. So yeah, we have seen a lot, we have done a lot, and a lot has been happening. So yeah, and yeah, and I think I will go save some money again. So maybe in 5 years again, maybe. Okay, I hope you like this video. I hope you like the look. What do you think of the makeup look? And hope to see you the next time. Stay safe and be kind to each other. Bye!